It is not your typical cinema, but this is their own, and the enthusiasm with which they patronize it is almost tangible. And even with fashion, there is always a one-stop shopping center, or call it the bend-down boutiques. A dining hall for breakfast means nothing as long as the porridge seller can make the spicy Hausa cocoa portable in plastic bags. Talking about cholera alert or overpowering stench, well, they don't care. It is a tough life that knows no formality. Everything is simply helter-skelter. Even though I have not frowned, neither have I held my nose, but I'm holding my breath somehow. This is because I am standing right in the middle of Old Fadama, a slum that is popular for having the largest e-waste site in West Africa and of course for a host of other antisocial activities. Today we are in the community to look at a very critical subject, unemployment.
You see the young men sleeping around. When day breaks, everybody person that are supposed to go and look for something that we call halal, they don't have that kind of opportunity. So therefore they resort to all sorts of dubious acts. These people, some of them are criminals, some of them are idle workers, some of them are even lazy.
Ghana, like many other countries on the African continent, is struggling to manage a growing population of youth, of whom about 1 in 5 are neither in school nor working. On a daily basis, tens of thousands of these inhabitants stream out of the Old Fadama slum towards Accra's industrial areas in search of livelihoods, because that is the reason they migrated from the northern part of Ghana to the national capital. Those who can afford cram into rickety buses in an attempt to beat the teeming crowd of job seekers, while others meander their way through the early morning rush hour traffic. A lot of them are bound to be disappointed as their hopes of finding jobs are dashed on a daily basis. 21-year-old Monica Anthony and 23-year-old Cynthia Frimpong are both from the Ashanti region. They tell me they have been living in the slum for almost 5 years, yet they have been unable to find work.
It's me back class me page maybe na month ma sani ma miska wetim ya hwe me nwanko to anno omuko school ma me so tefako onye adwuma bia.
I came to Accra for hustle, but when I get here, life is not easy. It's very hard. Even sometimes when I wake up, it's very hard for me to find money to buy food.
So why haven't you looked for a job? Why are you staying idle?
I haven't found any job yet.
Have you searched?
Nah.
So if you haven't searched, then you won't get any job.
Since I didn't complete my school, so I think maybe I will not find any job. So yeah, because now if you don't go to school, you can't.
So how do you survive, especially in the slum?
Oh, okay. I have someone who is taking care of me. I have a boyfriend who is taking care of me.
Does he work?
Yes.
What sort of work does he do?
His cell phones.
Cell phones.
Yes.
But do you reckon that you also have to work?
Yes, I know.
The sprawling settlement of Old Fadama is home to some 82,000 people. Therefore, the absence of jobs means desperate ways of survival. The situation has forced some of these economic migrants to venture into the dangerous e-waste trade. With careless abandon, they burn heavy amounts of lead, which is highly detrimental to both human life and the environment. But the unemployment situation would have been worse had it not been for the food vendors who most often engage the services of some of these young women to ward off the temptation of them resorting to prostitution. Mary Al-Hassan prepares wasawasa, a local delicacy, and says she has employed 10 out of the huge army of the unemployed in Old Fadama.
Nti obati machi di mbati maye na misaka krama no swachi oba na mama nkakra
Mo kono mo bae yo mo mal problems bia
embe den obi ba na eye obi ba na enye de eye na enye na mi boka di mbati machi kanchira se wonjai.
Another interesting twist to the unemployment menace is the slum dwellers' widely held perception of corruption, which they say has become a canker eating deep into the fabric of the Ghanaian society.
Those people that are consuming our monies are not many. Anybody at all will tell you that, Massa, we are trying to shape the economy. And when they come, they will not look at the masses. They will not look at what is happening. They rather look at their pockets. So corruption is what worsens the situation as we speak now. Their children are brought out there doing education. They themselves have fat bank accounts, investments.
We committed ourselves to establishing a Zongo Development Fund.
While government believes the creation of the Ministry of Inner Cities and Zongo Development can help change the narrative, the leadership of the Old Fadama slum have their misgivings.
I want to be very careful to mention if Old Fadama is part of his plan or not, because if you really Old Fadama is the biggest slum in Accra, and you can never do Medina where he's an MP and leave Old Fadama. That will not work.
Are you saying the minister was never here?
As a secretary to the community for God knows 10 years and over, I have not had any letter. I have not had any formal information inviting anybody here.
In a country where 48% of its youth is unemployed, some have described the unemployment situation as a ticking time bomb that could have serious social consequences and also lead to civil unrest. Redwan Karim Dini Osman, GH1 News, Old Fadama, Accra.